Page 22. Now you realize here we are going to talk about the present perfect progressive, which consists of have, has, plus been, plus what? Verb ing. And we are going, to compare it with the present perfect, which consists of what? Have, has, plus verb 3. Now look at the use of the present perfect progressive. Look at the first. Who can read the first line?
Me.
Adnan.
Yes, can I read?
Adnan, yes, read.
Present perfect progressive versus present perfect simple. Use the present perfect progressive to say how long something has been happening.
Good. So we use the present perfect progressive, okay, to say how long something has been happening. Something which started in the past, happening up to now, and may continue to the future. So this is about the present perfect progressive. You realize here we focus on what?
Time.
We focus on time. But look at the present perfect. Who can read about the present perfect?
Can I continue?
Second line.
Let
me choose Anwar. Yalla Anwar.
Okay.
Use the present perfect.
Use the present perfect simple to say how many things have been done or how many times something has been done.
You realize that the present perfect here, if you want to show the difference between the present perfect progressive and present perfect simple, we have to say that the present perfect is used for what? For the things which have been done, already done. الأشياء التي أنجزت. So, if you want to show the difference between the present perfect progressive, which focus on time, okay, the present perfect simple focus on the number of things done. Look at the example. Look at the examples. Who can read the first example, Shabab?
Me, mister. Can I read?
Yalla. Let me choose Ahmed Al-Hurani. Where are you, Ahmed Al-Hurani? Ahmed is still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, read the first example, please. Hanan. I think your voice is not clear. Yalla ya Mustafa Alloush, please. Thank you, Ahmed. There is a problem with your mic, Ahmed. Mustafa, read the example, please.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Hanan has been reading a book for 2 hours.
Good. You realize that Hanan started, 2 hours ago reading with her book. She's, reading up to now, and she will what? Continue
into the future.
You realize here we focus on what? We focus on time for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about the second example?
Memes.
Look at the second example. Khalid Bilal, are you here?
Yes, mister.
Can I read?
Read. She has read?
She has read 30 pages.
Good. She has read 30 pages. You realize here we use what? We use the present perfect simple. And
Yes.
again, we said that before here, we said that, present perfect focuses on what? On the number of, things done. Here, she started in the past. Up to now, she has read what? 30 pages. We focus on the number of things done. بنركز على الأشياء اللي أنجزت لغاية الآن. Up to now. Things have been done up to now. But with the present perfect progressive, we focus on time. We usually use for or since. Hanan has been reading a book for 2 hours. She started reading, 2 hours ago, and she's still up to now. Now look at the question. How can we ask about, the present perfect progressive? Who can read the question?
I can read. Sir, I have question.
Yes.
إذا إجا since أو for بتكون present progressive.
Yes, if we focus on what? On time. Sometimes we use for since with what? With the present perfect. If you want to focus on time. But we cannot say, for example, Hanan has been reading a book, okay, 30 pages, for 30 pages. No, we cannot say that.
For is used
Just
for time and since.
For time. For time. We use for and since with time. Okay? How
Yes.
long have you been reading that book? How long have you been reading that book?
I have been reading that book for
book
2 hours.
for 2 hours, or since 9 o'clock, etc. How many pages have you read? So if you want to ask about the things have done, how many pages have you read?
I have read 30 pages.
I have read 30 pages. Now look at the next example. Who can read the... let me choose Ibrahim al-Mansour. Yalla
Yes,
Ibrahim
Mr.
al-Mansour.
How long have you been reading that book?
Good. Saeed has been playing football since he was 10. So Saeed started, playing football since he was 10 up to now. Now, how many different teams has he played for? He has
3 teams. He has
Yes.
played for 3 teams.
You realize here we focus on what? On number of things done. ركزنا على عدد أشياء أنجزت لغاية الآن. هو لغاية الآن, he played with 3 different teams. If you want to ask about, the things which have been done, how many teams have you played for? Okay, if you look at the second structure, here we have, adjectives with prepositions must be followed with a gerund. And you know what do you mean by gerund? Gerund, verb with what?
ing.
ing, which refers to a noun. Gerund, like the noun. Look at the example. Adnan, read the first example.
I'm good at using computers.
Good. I'm interested.
I'm
yes.
interested in working outdoors. I'm not
Good.
very good speaking. I'm not very good at speaking in public. I'm not interested in working in the computer industry.
Good. Thank you very much. Now here, if you want to talk about the present perfect progressive and the present perfect, tense, we have